Hello guys, today we're back with another DB replay, and as you saw probably on the thumbnail, I'm playing Tearlaments Fiendsmith 60 card pile. This is DB Grinder's list, and this is a toxic replay that I gathered from my Dueling book ladder. Yeah, I'm not playing any serious deck in the ladder right now because I'm really bored. So yeah, after breaking and having to deal with a beast, I pass on just Necroquip. He activates Book of Eclipse, just to not give me any draw with Fiendsmith, which is kinda weird. So he activates Tract, but I had set Think on Res, but he doesn't really care. He activates Lure in the graveyard. I will activate Lacrima to summon the Requiem, and Requiem will summon Lacrima. I activate Lacrima effect. I wait for response. He doesn't do anything, but he instead tries to go for Link. I say, dude, come on, please. Pay attention. So he normal summons Genroku, and at this point I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah, he's playing Fiendsmith Tenpai. Now he's locked into dragons because he used the Genroku effect, so I use Paradise to target his Tundra. He has to go for the dragon, which is completely fine, and for some reason he attacks my Necroquip because he wanted to do an illegal play and use SP. I caught that eventually, and I said to him, wait, you are locked into dragons. So he passes on this, which is completely nothing. I draw Scream, which is obviously not good right now. And I will just play with Fiendsmith cards against his deck, and he will add me defeat. But he had Book of Eclipse, I don't know why he scooped that. And game 2, I draw Grass, but unfortunately he has DDG. And all I'm thinking is I can bait Ash Blossom very easily with Goods and Engraver, but unfortunately he does have the DDG. So he does play his Fiendsmith cards. He of course has Lubel on top of the Necroquip, so he draws one card, draws into another track which is useless, and summons Caesar, and he will activate Magnamut to get also a regained in rotation. And he also has Terraforming, which is pretty good for him. So he will probably end on Spheres plus Kaimen plus Caesar. He adds Kaimen, and he goes into Spheres and he sets one card. So at this point I'm thinking his set card is Kaimen, and that's the obviously most reasonable thing that he would set, because why wouldn't you set that? So I'm trying to bait Ash and he activates DDG. I'm like, oh my god, that's so fucking cringe. And he's trying to BM a bit because he says, lol, you're dead. And I'm like, okay. I could go into Typhoon, but he has a lot of cards in rotation and I obviously die next turn. Even if I grass for traps, I will lose everything. And he actually says too easy going into game 3 while I go first, and I'm like, okay, you're dead. You're so dead. So he has Fuga, I activate Sarcophagus, discarding the trap, which is obviously very strong. I also discard the Shuffler, which is again pretty strong. He activates Fuga, I have Callby, and he's getting a bit moldy because I play 60 card and I drew it, but I also have 3 Ash Blossoms going first. So I searched the Perlerino. Probably I should have searched Fenrir and the Raisoth to search Fenrir and then summon my Horus monsters. That was a slight misplay by my side, but Perlerino is stronger against Board Breaker, and he has 3 Board Breakers in hand. So I summon Pilgrim Reaper because I know Caesar does nothing, plus I also don't play it. And I mill his Tundra, which is pretty good for me because I can SP banish it. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. He is not responding to my activations, so I'm like, please do something. So I activate Zombie Vampire. I am on fast forward here because he took a lot of time to activate it, to resolve, I mean. So yeah, I call the judge, I steal his Magnamut. I activate the effect just to bait him. It's a legal activation, I could always have a dragon in the deck. So SP bans Tundra, at this point I win the game. I activate another Mali, so now I can go into Moon into sequence and get Desiree. And actually, that's exactly what I'm going to do, because Desiree can help against his board breakers, which I imagine he has a lot of. So I link it to Sprint to dump Merly. Merly will fuse into Dragostapelia using the Necroquip, and I still haven't used any normal summons, and I already win the game. So I activate Siren to go mill some cards. I mill Castera Tearlaments into two more. That's very unlucky, but what can you do about it? So I mill Hafnis with Rhinoheart, and I pop my Kaleido to search Sulek by dumping the Scream. And now I have a few forms of interruption in the face of Dragostapelia, Sulek, Desiree. So he activates Book of Eclipse, I activate Desiree, he changes the droplet. Um, yeah, a few misclicks, but yeah. It's still okay. He activates Trust to go search Tract, I think, and not Terraforming. And he is starting to say I could have won that and this and that, and you had everything. But I remind him that he had DDG against my grass. So like, bro, stop complaining, please. You had everything you wanted, but you're just bad. So basically from here I just win. So thank you for watching, guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.